Why do you look like you just accidentally insulted someone?
Because I did. I was at a coffee shop yesterday and I said to the barista, "Give me a large coffee." And she just stared at me like I'd slapped her.
Oh no, you didn't.
I didn't mean to be rude. In my head, it was completely normal.
Huh? Wait. She stared at you like this?
Nana, please don't do that face. Yes, exactly like that.
Okay, this is the perfect cold open for today's episode.
Please make this educational so I feel less embarrassed about yesterday.
Welcome, everyone, to the English Nana podcast. I'm Rosie, your host.
And I'm Harry, the man who accidentally sounded rude at a coffee shop and is now making a podcast about it.
And I'm Nana. I have definitely done this too, many times. So today's episode is personal for me.
Today's episode is called Why Your English Might Accidentally Sound Rude to Americans. And this one is so important because the mistakes we cover today aren't grammar mistakes. Your sentence can be 100% grammatically correct and still sound aggressive or impolite to an American ear.
That's the sneaky part. You can get every verb right and still make someone feel uncomfortable. That happened to me yesterday with one sentence.
Curious question before we dive in. Have you ever said something in English that got a strange reaction and you had no idea why? Drop it in the comments. We want to hear your story.
And don't forget to subscribe. New episodes every day to help you speak more natural, more confident, more comfortable English.
All right, let's get into it. Harry, tell us exactly what happened at that coffee shop. So, Harry, walk us through it. What exactly did you say?
I walked in, I looked at the menu for like 10 seconds, and I said, and I quote, "Give me a large coffee with oat milk."
Oh, Harry.
But why is that wrong? It's grammatically perfect. Give me a coffee. Subject, verb, object. Textbook.
You're right that the grammar is perfect, but here's the thing. In American English, the word give, used as a command with no softener, sounds like you're ordering a servant, not a barista, a servant.
Wait, just one word changes everything?
It's not just one word, it's the structure. When you remove the question form and the softening words, English goes from a request to a demand. There's a massive difference in how it lands emotionally, even when the meaning is the same.
So what should I have said?
Could I grab a large coffee, please? Or even just, can I get a large coffee? Both say exactly the same thing as give me a coffee, but they feel completely different.
Ooh, could I grab? I love that. It sounds so casual and friendly.
Exactly, Nana. Could I grab is one of the most natural American English phrases for ordering food or drinks. It's informal, friendly, and it's everywhere.
I could have saved myself that stare with just 3 extra words. Could I grab? I'm gonna tattoo this on my hand.
Please don't, but do practice it. Here's your challenge right now. Pause this episode and say out loud, "Could I grab a large coffee, please?" Say it like you're actually at a coffee shop. Go.
I just did it and I smiled automatically. It feels so much friendlier.
Now, let's look at why this happens in the first place. Why do so many English learners accidentally sound rude? It comes down to one concept, the art of softening.
Softening, like making a hard sentence feel softer?
Exactly. American English, especially in service situations, workplaces, and with strangers, uses what linguists call indirect request forms. Instead of a direct command, you wrap the request in a question or a softening phrase. It signals respect for the other person's autonomy, like you're giving them a choice, even when really you both know it's a request.
So, give me sounds like you're taking that choice away, and could I grab sounds like you're asking permission, even though everyone knows you're going to get the coffee either way.
That's a perfect explanation, Harry. The coffee outcome is identical. The emotional experience is completely different. Let's go through some of the most common direct phrases that accidentally sound rude, and the softened versions you should use instead.
I'm taking notes this time. No more coffee shop incidents.
Good. Number 1, I want, as in, I want the chicken sandwich.
But I do want the chicken sandwich. Why is that wrong?
It's not wrong in every situation. With close friends, I want is totally fine. But in a restaurant, a shop, or a formal setting, I want sounds demanding to American ears. The softer version is I'd like, or I'll go with. So instead of I want the chicken sandwich, you'd say I'd like the chicken sandwich, or I'll go with the chicken, please.
I'll go with. I've heard that so much and never understood why people say it that way.
It's one of the most American ways to order food. I'll go with the pasta. Very natural, very friendly.
I used to say I want to waiters and nobody told me. How long have I been accidentally rude?
Don't panic, Nana. Most people are understanding, but knowing the difference will make your English feel so much smoother. Number 2, what?
Just what? That's it?
Just what? When someone says something and you didn't hear or understand, responding with a what sounds sharp and impatient in American English, almost like, what did you just say to me? With attitude.
I say what all the time. I thought it was just normal.
It's extremely common among learners. The soft alternatives are pardon, sorry, could you say that again? Or I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Even just sorry with an upward intonation completely changes the tone.
So it's not just what you say, it's the music of how you say it.
Beautiful way to put it, Harry. Intonation matters enormously. A rising sorry is polite curiosity. A flat what is irritation. Number 3, and this is a big one, obviously.
But I learned obviously as just a normal word.
It is a normal word, but context is everything. When someone asks you a question they genuinely don't know the answer to and you reply with obviously, it sounds like you're saying that's a stupid question. It's accidentally condescending.
Oh no, I've said obviously to my boss before.
The safer alternatives are of course, said warmly, or sure, or absolutely. They convey the same certainty without the edge.
So obviously it has a hidden mean tone, but of course sounds friendly even though they mean the same thing?
That's exactly it, Nana. Now, have you ever accidentally used any of these? Try to think of a situation where you said, I want, or what, or obviously to someone and it might have landed wrong. Tell us in the comments. We promise not to judge. It's time for Nana's Corner. Nana, I know you have some stories about this topic. What have you got for us today?
Okay, so I did some research and I have my own personal disaster story to share.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Personal disaster stories are my favorite.
So, last year I was in a shop and I needed to ask someone where something was. And I walked up to an employee and said, and I'm not proud of this, tell me where the milk is.
Nana!
She looked at me and said, excuse me, in a very cold voice. And I panicked and said it louder. The milk, where is it?
Nana, no!
I didn't know what was wrong. I found the milk, but I felt terrible the whole drive home.
This is such a perfect example. What should you have said, Nana?
I know now. Excuse me, could you tell me where the milk is? Or, sorry to bother you, do you know where the milk is? Those both sound so much friendlier.
Brilliant. Sorry to bother you is a fantastic softener. It shows you're aware that you're interrupting someone's time, which American culture really appreciates.
It's like you're asking permission to ask the question.
That's exactly how it works in American English. Now, Nana, what's your vocabulary pick for today?
My pick is hedge words, but Rosie, can you explain what a hedge word is first?
Love it. A hedge word is a small word or phrase that softens a statement and makes it less absolute. Words like just, kind of, a little, sort of, maybe, and I think are all hedge words. Instead of you're wrong, you say I think you might be looking at it differently. Instead of this is bad, you say this is kind of not working.
So hedge words are basically the shock absorbers of the English language.
That's the best description I've ever heard. I'm using shock absorbers of English in every class I ever teach. Awesome work, Nana. That's our Nana's Corner for today. Let's get into workplace English now, because this is where accidentally sounding rude can have real consequences.
Yes, the coffee shop is awkward. The workplace is a whole other level.
Exactly. One of the most common workplace mistakes is using direct commands with colleagues. For example, send me that report.
That sounds like a boss talking to an employee.
Right, and if you say it to a colleague, someone at the same level as you, it sounds like you think you're their boss. The softer versions are, could you send me that report when you get a chance? Or would you mind sending that report over? Same request, but it acknowledges that they're doing you a favor.
When you get a chance, that's such a good one. It signals you respect their time.
It's one of the most powerful phrases in American workplace English, along with no rush, as in, could you send that over? No rush. It sounds relaxed and respectful.
What about when someone says something you disagree with? Because I've heard that Americans don't like direct disagreement either.
Great observation, Nana. Direct disagreement, like saying, no, you're wrong, or that's not right, can sound confrontational even when you just mean to have a discussion. The American professional approach usually involves what we call a cushioning structure.
What does that look like?
It goes like this. First, acknowledge what they said. I see what you mean, or that's a great point, and then introduce your different view. I see what you mean, though I was thinking that maybe we could look at it this way. Or, that's a great point, I wonder if we could also consider...
So you give them a compliment before you disagree, like a hug before you push.
Nana, that's actually a perfect description.
Hug before you push. I love it. The professional term is the cushion and redirect. Acknowledge, then gently redirect. Now, here's what I want you to try. Say this out loud. That's a really interesting point. I was also thinking that maybe we could look at it this way. Go ahead, pause, and say it.
It feels so smooth. Even if I completely disagree, it sounds like a conversation, not a fight.
That's the goal. Conversation, not combat. Let's talk about one more big area, declining invitations or saying no, because no, I can't is another one that lands hard in American English.
Just, no, I can't? That sounds fine to me.
In many cultures, a short, clear no is perfectly polite. It's honest and direct. But in American English, especially in social situations, people expect a slightly softened refusal. Instead of, no, I can't, the expected form is more like, oh, I'm so sorry, I won't be able to make it, but I hope you have an amazing time. Or, I'd love to, but I'm already committed that evening.
That's like 5 times as many words just to say no.
It is, and it can feel over the top if you're from a direct communication culture. But for Americans, those extra words signal warmth and care. They show you're disappointed not to go, even if you can't. Time for Nana's common mistakes. Nana, give us all 3 in a row, and then Harry and I will go through them together.
Okay, take it away, Nana.
Okay, mistake 1, explain me this word. Mistake 2, you are wrong. And mistake 3, I need you call me back.
Okay, let's break these down.
First, explain me this word. This is a very common direct translation from many languages where the structure works perfectly, but in English, explain doesn't take an indirect object this way. The correct form is, could you explain this word to me? The word to is essential.
Second, you are wrong. Grammatically, perfect. Socially, brutal. Even if someone genuinely is wrong, leading with you are wrong in American English culture sounds aggressive and dismissive. The softer alternatives are, I think there might be a different way to look at this, or actually, I read something slightly different. Let me share it.
And number 3, I need you call me back. This one has a grammar issue and a softness issue. Grammatically, it needs to. I need you to call me back. But even with the fix, I need you to can sound demanding. A friendlier version is, could you call me back when you get a chance? Or when you have a moment, it'd be great to connect.
Try all 3 correct versions right now out loud. Could you explain this word to me? I think there might be a different way to look at this. Could you call me back when you get a chance?
Beautifully done, Nana. These are 3 mistakes that English learners make every single day, and now you and our listeners know exactly how to fix them.
Practice makes progress, not perfection.
Let's do today's role play. Today's scenario, you're in an American office and you need to ask your colleague for help with something, but you have to use softening language the whole way through.
I'll be the colleague who's busy at their desk.
And I'll be you, the person who's learned their lesson from the coffee shop incident.
This is therapeutic for me.
Okay, here we go. Hey, sorry to bother you. Do you have a quick second?
Sure, what's up?
I was wondering if you could take a look at this email for me before I send it. I just want to make sure the tone is right.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much. No rush at all. Whenever you get a chance is totally fine.
Done. That was so smooth. Did you catch all the softening phrases?
Let's count them. Sorry to bother you, softener. Do you have a quick second? Question form instead of command. I was wondering if, hedge phrase, I just want to make sure, just as a hedge word, no rush at all, respecting their time, whenever you get a chance, giving them control.
That was like 6 softeners in 30 seconds. It sounds so natural though, not fake at all.
That's the magic. When softening language is done well, it doesn't feel forced. It feels like you genuinely care about the other person. Now, your turn. Try writing your own version of this roleplay in the comments. Ask your colleague for something using at least 3 softeners. We'll read the best ones.
Hey everyone, it's Nana. Just me and you for a few minutes, and I have something personal to share today. So today's topic, accidentally sounding rude in English. This one hit me really deep because I remember a time, maybe 2 years ago, when I was working at a small part-time job and my supervisor, a very kind American woman, came up to me after a meeting and said, "Hey, I just wanted to mention, you might want to soften how you phrase things a little bit in emails." And I felt so embarrassed because I'd been writing emails like, "Send me the file by Friday," and "I need this done." And I genuinely thought I was being efficient and professional. In my home culture, being direct shows respect. It means you trust the other person to handle it. You don't waste their time with extra words. But what I didn't realize was those extra words aren't wasted in American English. They're actually the message, the could use, and the when you get a chance, and the I was wondering if those phrases are the respect. They're not filler, they carry meaning. Here's a vocabulary moment from this story. First phrase, to come across as. This means the impression you give to other people, not what you intend, but what they receive. I didn't mean to be rude, but I came across as demanding. You can use this when there's a gap between your intention and someone else's experience. Second phrase, to soften your tone. This means adjusting your language to sound gentler and less forceful. She advised me to soften my tone in emails. It's not about changing what you mean, it's about changing the emotional packaging. And third, and this is my favorite, to read the room. This is an English expression for understanding the social atmosphere around you and adjusting your behavior accordingly. She was great at reading the room, means she always knew what was appropriate for the situation. So here's my question for you. Have you ever had a moment like mine where someone told you that you came across differently than you intended? It doesn't have to be in English. Maybe it happened in your first language too. What did you do about it? Try saying this out loud. I didn't mean to come across that way. I was just trying to be direct. That sentence right there, that's an incredibly useful thing to know how to say in English. The real lesson from today isn't that one culture is more polite than another. Every culture has its own way of showing respect. The lesson is that when you move into a new language, you have to learn the packaging, not just the words, but how those words feel to the person receiving them. That's it for my solo spotlight. Thanks for spending this time with me. Let's go back to the podcast.
Welcome back! Now it's time for Nana's quick quiz, and today we're doing it differently. I'm going to ask each question one at a time, and before Nana answers, you answer first. Pause the video, think about it, say it out loud, and then we'll hear Nana's answer. Ready?
This is the real test, and it's also a challenge for our listeners at home.
Question 1. If someone says something you didn't hear, instead of what are 3 softer alternatives you could say? Pause now and think of your answers. Okay, Nana, your turn.
Pardon? Sorry? And could you say that again, please?
All 3 are perfect. Pardon, sorry, and could you say that again? 3 great options.
Now question 2. You're at a restaurant and you want to order the pasta. You know you should not say, "I want the pasta." So what's a natural, friendly way to order it instead? Pause and answer.
I'd like the pasta, please. Or I'll go with the pasta.
Both are fantastic. I'd like and I'll go with are your 2 best options for ordering food politely.
Question 3. Your colleague says something in a meeting that you think is incorrect. You want to disagree, but politely. What structure do you use? Pause and try it.
You first acknowledge them, like, that's a great point, and then you add your view. Though I was thinking maybe we could also look at it this way.
Beautiful. The cushion and redirect. Acknowledge first, then gently introduce your perspective. That is sophisticated professional English right there.
Question 4. What's the difference between saying, "Send me the report" to a colleague versus, "Could you send me the report when you get a chance?" Pause and think about why the second one is better.
The first one sounds like a command, like you're their boss. The second one sounds like a request. It shows you respect their time and you're not demanding anything.
Perfect answer. It's about the social frame, not the content. Both mean the same thing, but one sounds like an order and one sounds like a conversation.
And the last one. What does the expression "to read the room" mean?
Understanding the social atmosphere around you and adjusting your behavior to match it.
Nana and listeners at home, you absolutely nailed it today.
Give yourself a huge round of applause. Seriously, this is not easy stuff.
What an episode! Today we covered some of the most important and most overlooked aspects of American politeness. Let's do a quick recap of everything we learned.
The big vocabulary, softening language, hedge words, indirect request forms, cushion and redirect, to come across as, to soften your tone, and to read the room.
The key phrases to use: could I grab? I'd like. I'll go with. Sorry to bother you. I was wondering if, when you get a chance, no rush. Could you send that over? That's a great point, though I was thinking that maybe, and I'm so sorry I won't be able to make it.
My favorite lesson today was hedge words are the shock absorbers of English. I came up with that and I'm very proud.
You should be proud. It's going in the Podcast Hall of Fame. And my personal favorite from today, the reminder that the extra words in American English aren't wasted. They are the message. They carry respect.
And my takeaway is the coffee shop. Always. Give me a coffee versus could I grab a coffee? Same drink, completely different relationship with the person serving you.
So from today, before you make a request in English, just ask yourself, is there a could, a would you mind, or a when you get a chance that could go in here? If yes, add it. Your English will immediately feel more natural and more warmly received. Thank you for joining us on the English Nana podcast.
Keep practicing English every day and remember to soften.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes because that's how we learn.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.